G'day guys, I've got a video with some of the foods that I grabbed throughout the week. This is not like a regular week shopping. I've grabbed a bundle of extra stuff to be able to show you guys what I do have. So I guess I'll just go through it, and also I'll show you how I make the coffee that I have as my breakfast now. But as a staple for my food during the week, big bag of spinach. I go through one of those every few days quite easily. And I'll have lunch, basically will be spinach and a tin of salmon, or like some lean chicken if I need something more, like I'll have like 100 grams or so of lean chicken. And it's a good low fat, high protein lunch, which is going to give you that space between your breakfast fat and your dinner fat, which is going to let you burn your own fat rather than the food you're eating. For breakfast, if I'm not having my coffee, I love smoked salmon. I can tell you right now, Aldi are the cheapest place to get smoked salmon from. I think it's like $7 for 200 grams, and that lasts like a full week quite easily. Also from Aldi, I'll go through the Aldi stuff first. They have this high protein, low carb bread, and this stuff is 5 grams of carbs for 2 slices. So that's a really good budget there, and it's also a decent amount of fat there. And they also have buns, which are 7 grams per bun. So more carbs, but when you've got room for it, then they actually taste pretty good. I'm really happy with those. What else from Aldi? So I get double cream from Aldi because it's cheaper and it's not as rich. I find a lot of the double creams will be just way too rich and taste really buttery. I don't like the buttery taste. So this stuff is like $3 for a tub of this. And the triple cream brie cheese, again, Aldi, cheapest place to get it. It's like $3.50 I think for this whole lot. And electrolytes, I get these tablets from Aldi, again around $3.50 for the tube of 20 tablets, and they will definitely help throughout the period to make sure you're keeping up with getting your minerals and all your electrolytes in. And also from Aldi was the mayonnaise. You can get that anywhere. That's just whole egg yolk mayonnaise, so that way we're getting full fat into that. It's only got 0.3 grams of carbs per serves, but almost 16 grams of fat, so a good way to add some fat in with that stuff there. Snacks, macadamia nuts, salted, raw, doesn't matter, great source of good fats and also tasty, but expensive, so just bear that in mind. Another way to get some extra fat in, pork crackle. Not Aldi, IGA sell this stuff, and this stuff is reasonably high in fat. It's only 1 gram of carbs per serve. 1 gram of carbs per this whole packet. So pork crackle, fantastic way to get extra fat in. But the beauty is you can also use this for like crumbing your chicken if you're just trying to get more fat in at dinner time or something like that. But I do recommend you look for the ones that have got as few ingredients as possible. Sometimes they load them up with heaps of chemicals. This one is actually made here in Maddington, and it's literally just bacon rind, vegetable oil, and salt and spices. That's it, and it's pretty good. I've grown to really like that one. They have a couple of different flavours, again from IGA. What have we got here? For obviously bacon, that's my new bacon. That is middle cut bacon, just the basic stuff. It's straightforward, it's bacon. Eggs, another beauty on your diet, and avocados, these things, so much good fat, but also you're going to get like potassium from there as well, so that's nice and good for you. Obviously butter, this stuff, I love this, I cook with this, ghee and MCT oil. Beautiful thing about MCT oil is the fact that it doesn't really get digested, it just starts getting used immediately. So it's like a primer pump for getting you kick-started onto keto. It gets the body warmed up, ready to start burning your own fat. Ghee is very divisive when I'm buying it. I bought one just recently, and this is just the one from Coles, but see there, it's like really separated and gunky. Really doesn't mix in a coffee very well. So I use that one for cooking a bit now as well. But if you can find a good quality one, Coles again used to have some, but anything that's relatively smooth mixes really well in your coffee. Easy way to add some body to the coffee and some fat. What else we got here? This is thickened cream, but it's plant-based. It's coconut thickened cream, and literally that's all that's in it, coconut thickened cream. Again, super low carbs per serve, good amount of fat. Anything coconut based, you're going to be getting that MCT oil through it. So whether you're using coconut oil, which I've got here as well, coconut cream, coconut milk is a little higher in carbs, but a great alternative to regular milk as well. Now what else have I got here? I've got my sweeteners. So I think both of these ones I got from Coles. This is the stevia and monk fruit mix, and this is just the straight stevia. The monk fruit's really nice adding into it because it's more of a natural taste. I find stevia, when you got a lot of it, can be a little chemically. And this here is liquid stevia. This is actually a bit of caramel flavouring because I like a bit of caramel in my coffee because I'm that way inclined. Let me see, this stuff here I got from Peach's Market in Fremantle, but I'm sure there's other places you can get it. That's the only place I've recently found it anyway. Next thing I wanted to show you was, this is a coffee creamer that I also got from Peach's. I got this because it, when I need a quick coffee, it's easy just to put in a couple of spoonfuls of this. It's the collagen and MCT oil, and also just gives a bit more body to your coffee as well. And the other thing I want to talk to you about was bars, diet bars, collagen bars, protein bars, sugar-free chocolate and all that sort of stuff. I personally use Quest bars. You can get them on special for like $2 for $4. They're usually about $4 for a bar. But the beautiful thing about Quest bars is the ingredients. Like one of these bars is 5 grams of carbs, but doesn't contain stuff like sorbitol and maltitol in any great deal. It's actually low enough that they don't have to register it. Whereas ones like, this is one, the bar counter, high protein bar, low carb, good source of fibre. Well, yeah, it's low carb, it's 1.7 grams for the bar, but it actually has maltitol and sorbitol in it, and both those are up to about 7 grams, and they give you an insulin response. So while they're not sugar, they're sweeteners that will give you an insulin response. And let me see, the collagen, this is Aussie Body's collagen protein bar. That sounds super keto. 1.3 grams of carbs, 0.3 sugar. But again, this one here is loaded with maltitol, sorbitol, polydextrose bolting agent, and soy. So these things, again, they can actually kick you out of keto with too much of that because it does give you an insulin response. This one here, the Well Naturally No Sugar dark chocolate. Remember, dark chocolate is your friend on keto, believe me. The cocoa solids in it need to be relatively high. This is 70%. It has erythritol and stevia as the sweeteners. It does have a little bit of isomalt in it, but that's just in the peppermint oil. So overall, the carbs on this are 0.7 per serving, and there's 3 servings per package, which is like about that much of it. It's two blocks of it. So if you're sweet tooth, that is really nice. Dark chocolate with some mint crisp in it. Again, with the Quest bars, I'm not like I'm eating one of those a day. I buy one a week and have like a third in a day. So one of these will actually last me 3 days. It's for when I'm out on the road and I just need an extra bit of a hit of energy throughout the day. The other thing you probably will have heard about is fat bombs. This is one that I've made. I am no chef, so sorry about the way they look, but it's basically a cheesecake. And I filled it out with ghee and butter and MCT oil. It actually has raw cacao nibs in it, and the base is actually cocoa powder, cocoa butter, and coconut oil. That's it. That's all of it in there, and it tastes great. Break it into serves. One of those, I'm not sure I should be looking at my fingers right now, is actually about 80 calories in that one bite. But it's a good way to kickstart your fat if you haven't gotten a lot during the day, to make sure you're actually getting enough up during the night. I think I've gone through all these bits and pieces. I have.